Good morning, gang. Today I am here from my chicken coop to introduce to you another new chicken. This one is a laced Wyandotte. Can you see her beautiful lacing that she has on her coat? She also has a beautiful comb, which is right here. A single comb is what that's called. And did you know this thing underneath here? That's called a wattle. Kind of a cool thing about chickens is they have some neat parts like that. This chicken is a four-toed chicken, and she is a full-grown chicken. She is a workhorse. She lays brown eggs for us, and she is just an amazing chicken. Again, these are the workhorses of our farm, and so these chickens don't get names. They're not exactly what we call pet chickens because we don't show these chickens. These are just our fun chickens who help us to lay eggs for us so that we can have yummy food for breakfast. What did you have for breakfast today? I wonder. So while I'm in the chicken coop, I'm going to go ahead and let her do her job, and I'm going to read our devotional today. Are you ready, Miss Thing? You are, aren't you? All right, I'll just set you down. There you go. All right, it's kind of fun in the chicken coop, isn't it? All right, here's our devotional today. This is Love Does by Bob Goff that we're going to read today. And we started this book way back in September, and we're almost done with it. So I thought maybe this week we would read this devotional. So it says crock drop. Bob, our church is having a crock drop. Do you want to come? A crock drop, I said, surprised and delighted. I'm in. I had no idea what a crock drop was, but it sounded awesome. I hung up the phone with the pastor from Alabama who had just invited me to speak at his church and see this crock drop, whatever this was. I have never seen a real crocodile before, except one time in a movie. And I pictured how cool it would be to see hundreds of crocodiles dropping from the ceiling. I figured that's what happens at a crocodile drop. When I got to Alabama and met up with the pastor, I could feel my excitement building as we walked towards a big warehouse where the meeting was going to happen. I hoped that the crocs hadn't been dropped already, and if they had, that maybe a few were still hiding up in the rafters. When I walked into the warehouse, I was a little confused. There were rows and rows of tables with piles of potatoes, and there were lots of people, but no crocodiles. After a couple of awkward moments looking around, I got up the courage to ask my new pastor friend, so where are the crocodiles? And where do they drop from? Here's Bob in the warehouse trying to figure out what's going on. Do you think they're going to drop from the ceiling? I don't know. My friend looked at me for a second, half grinning, and cocked his head to the side. Crocodiles? Yeah, I said, for the crock drop. A huge grin came over his face, and he exploded into a belly laugh. Bob, this isn't a crock drop. It's a crop drop. The warehouse wasn't full of crocodiles after all. It was full of crops. Crops are what we call the food that farmers grow in their fields. All the different churches in the area walk through the fields to gather together any of the crops the farmers' machines had missed. They worked together to pack the food into bags and gave them to people in the community that were hungry. Here is the beautiful thing about what is happening in that room. If you had asked someone what church they were from, they would have told you. They wouldn't have been able to tell you the name of the church they went out to on Sunday morning. They would have just said, our church. Sometimes it's easy to forget that Jesus' church isn't a bunch of separate churches that meet in different buildings. It's one church that meets in a lot of places. We're all like a big family in that way. The amazing thing about Jesus is that he came to draw people close to him and close to each other so that we can help one another. Jesus will use whatever it takes to bring us all together too. Whether it's a bunch of potatoes or a room full of crocodiles. Oh, my Miss Thing is sitting right here. She's wanting to lay her eggs, and we're using her space to lay eggs today. So she's not very happy with me. Oh well. All right, I hope you enjoyed this visit to our old barn and inside our beautiful chicken coop. All right, have a great day.